guys. Okay, so I have been putting off filming this for so long, which is terrible because it is. But anyway, so I wanted to film this video talking about the new library organization technique that I am starting for this new school year. So it involves some labels. It involves Google Forms and then duct tape, but we'll talk about all that as we go. So basically what I've done is I've taken my books and all of my books, and I'll show you guys my library as I finish up today. So basically I've taken all of my books and I've put this sticker, this label on the back, and I've made a label for all the letters of the alphabet. And so the way that I'm organizing my books this year is by author last name, because when they go to a bookstore or library, it's going to be by author's last name. And so I want them to have as much practice with it as possible. So super easy. I just put the label on normally the bottom right hand corner. I had my kids from last year label a lot of mine. So some of them are bottom right corner, left corner, middle, whatever. But I just had them put them on the back of the book. And so what happens is they, I put a QR code. And so the students can use, I have an iPad in my classroom. All of my students have Chromebooks, and then I have my phone as well. And so I'm going to have librarians, but the kids, what they can do is they just open their QR code and then they scan it. I'll show you how that works. So they scan this, there it goes. They scan this QR code, and what happens is the form is my checkout form. And so what I did is I made a checkout form for every single, this is really bad, letter of the alphabet. And so, or for the last name. So what happens is they go in and the students fill out their first name. And then what I did here is I went through and based on the, trying to get this lighting to work. Hold on. Maybe. There we go. Okay. So based on, you can see me in the background, based on the last name of the author, the book will show up here. So for example, this is M. So I haven't put this one into the Google form yet, but normally they would just go in, click Strictly No Elephants, click it open, and then that's the title of the book that they're checking out. If there's more than one copy, it says that in the corner of it. With this one, there isn't. And then they put their date and whether they're checking in or checking out the book. And then they submit it. Because they put their first name, I'll see that it's their first name. But I made a Google form for every single letter of the alphabet. So like author's last name A, there's a separate Google form. And so it was time consuming, yes. But what I did is I created one Google form and then just copied it because it had all the same information except the book names. And I just input the book names from a Google sheet after typing all those in for my library into a Google sheet, and I just copied and pasted. So what will happen is they'll just grab the book and then they'll scan it. Sorry, over here. They'll scan it and check it out or check it in. And I plan on having either 2 to 4, depending on how many kids I have, librarians. And excuse me, the students are going to have certain times that they can check out books in the morning during guided reading and then the end of the day, as well as check in. I plan after 2 weeks, I will print out a list of people who still haven't checked back in the same book and have my librarians check in with them and just say, hey, are you still reading it? Are you finished? Are you not interested in it anymore? And if they're not, they'll check it back in and put it back in the library. This is really just to streamline the check-in, check-out process, and so I don't lose as many books. The second thing that I did is and I'll take you guys over, so we're going to go on a little ride. The second thing that I did with my book. Make sure, not necessarily that they're like alphabetical, as in like last names like super, super alphabetical, but that they start with A and then we go all the way down to Z, which kind of hard to see. But so what happens is I took duct tape. I got a 12 pack from Amazon, and I can link it down below. And so what I did is I took a 12 pack from Amazon, and so I did A and B as one color. So A is here and B is here. And because my label has the last name on there, or the letter of the last name, then the students know, okay, this is A, I need to do A. If it's B, it needs to be B. Okay? So this is A, then B, C, D is orange, E, F is red, and so on and so forth. Just so that way it is, sorry, that was awkward. Just so that way it is super easy to know where they need to go based on the duct tape letters. Not letters, the duct tape on them. So that's basically that. If you want to know more, or if you want me to share any of it, I can share with you a blank kind of starter Google form if you want to start it on your own. I can also share, where's my thing? I can also share a template for this, if that's something that you would like as well. I just grabbed the address labels, I don't know what size they are, like 2 by something, and printed on there using the Avery template, and I can share all that information as well for you to have. So that is how I'm organizing my classroom library this year. I hope that was helpful. Like I said, if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks.